I'm Alan Chapman. I'm here on the USC campus. It is the LA Times Festival of Books. I'm here with Classical California KUSC. I'm wandering around ready to answer any question you may have about classical music. I hope they aren't hard. We have a question.
So, have they made any progress in discovering the theme behind Elgar's Enigma Variations, or are we just going to decide there's no theme, we have no idea what's going on?
Great question. Beginning of the question tipped me off what you're going to talk about. Elgar's Enigma Variations, a series of pieces inspired by various friends, and he hinted that there was a larger theme that ran throughout. There have been many things suggested. As far as I know, nobody's come up with a convincing answer. So that's my answer, is there is no answer.
Was Beethoven completely dead or partially dead?
Okay, so it was progressive.
Okay.
So by the time he was writing his second symphony, which is early 1800s, and at that time he's in his early 30s, he was deaf enough, he wrote to his brother, and it's a very famous letter, and he said, how can I admit to people that this sense, which should be sharper in me than anybody else, is failing? He conducted a performance of the Seventh Symphony. He was so deaf that there's a report that he would basically make gestures that didn't coordinate with the music, really.
What song should I play for my 2-year-old? What would she want to listen to?
Oh, for your 2-year-old. I think for your 2-year-old, there are pieces by Eric Satie, piano pieces called Gymnopédie, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
They're very gentle, they're very soft, and they would be perfect. Start with them.
Okay.
What country does your favorite composer hail from? And
My favorite composer hails from Russia because it's Igor Stravinsky.
okay,
Yes. And so he spoke Russian. I can speak a little Russian.
You can?
Очень приятно.
Oh, I don't speak any Russian.
That means pleased to meet you, and the reason I know that is because in 2015 I spent 2 weeks in Siberia on the piano jury of the Young Tchaikovsky competition.
What's your favorite classical piece?
Ooh, that's the hard one. Well, I've been trying to avoid the issue of saying one singular piece, but I can name a few. Stravinsky's ballet The Firebird, Mozart's 40th and 41st Symphonies, Schubert's String Quintet in C major, Jennifer Higdon's Violin Concerto. God, they're so hard.
What do you
Rock.
think of the Pastoral Symphony?
Well, how can you not love it, right? Okay, I've been asked to just drop a wild fact about classical music. How about this? When Mozart was 8 years old, he was in London. He was being exhibited as a child prodigy, and he was befriended by a son of J.S. Bach. He was befriended by Johann Christian Bach, who said, "You ought to write a symphony." And you know what he did? He wrote a symphony.
Which century produced the best music?
Good question. Which century produced the best music? That's hard to say, but I would say the century that produced the most perfect music and contained two composers who were consistently excellent without exception would have to be the 18th century because it included Bach and Mozart.
What is your favorite opera?
What is my favorite opera? Quite possibly Marriage of Figaro.
Okay.
Quite possibly.
Good.
Because it got good tunes.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite operatic composer?
My favorite operatic composer got to be Puccini.
Puccini.
Yeah.
All right. What Puccini moment is your moment?
What
When
Puccini
it
moment?
hits you when you hear it.
Well, you know, I'm just like too many other people, but Nessun Dorma does
Yes,
it for me. That does it for
absolutely.
me. But there's so many other
Knock
things.
it out.
You know, probably about most of Bohème
Yep.
does it for me.
I was just wondering if you have some favorite contemporary classical music composers.
I certainly do. The one that I'd like to mention is Jennifer Higdon. And it's sort of a miracle because she didn't really start composing until she got to college. And when she did, her career took off. I will also mention a composer named Anna Klein, C-L-Y-N-E. Among her more recent works is a piece called Dance for Cello and Orchestra, inspired by a poem by the ancient Persian poet Rumi. For someone who's been around for quite some time but still continues to be important, John Adams, who really emerged on the scene around 1980 or so. Well, the opera Nixon in China, other stage works. The Argentine composer Osvaldo Golahov, among his very amazing works is a song cycle called Aire, which goes back to ancient Spain and draws on the three cultures that were coexisting at the time, the Christian, Arabic, and Jewish cultures.
What is the most frequently sung language in the Baroque period?
In the Baroque period, I have to say the most frequently sung language, well, it depends, but it's going to be either Italian or German. Because, of course, in the Baroque period, we have Baroque opera, which is largely dominated by France and Italy. But I would believe that there would be more Italian opera singing at that time. On the German side of things, you have a great flowering of German liturgical music, Bach and Telemann and their contemporaries. So I think it would be pretty much a toss-up, that the answer would either be Italian or German.
Is classical music definition, is it expansive enough to include, let's say, the modern interpreters of it, such as Max Richter,
Oh yeah,
Ludovic Einaudi,
absolutely.
Helen Jane Hong,
Right,
people like that?
right,
Okay.
absolutely. And also I'll add
Yeah.
that it's also broad enough to include today's composers of video game music, which has
enough.
been well recognized globally.
Christopher Tin and
Yeah,
people like
yeah.
that.
Gosh, it's so nice to meet
Well, nice to- and you are?
I'm June Dash.
Hi, June.
It's nice to meet you. I've
Nice to
listened to you forever.
Okay.
at KUSC.
Well, it's
So
time
what's
for you
the
to ask.
question?
No, you
wanna
can ask any question, and everybody can have a question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Barrio piece and why?
DeBarrio.
My favorite Barrio piece, the Sinfonia for 8 voices and orchestra. Do you know it?
No, she's playing the DeBarrio violin concerto.
Okay, well check it out. Check it
Okay.
out. It's a piece where he has, and the whole point, he sets text, but with the intention that you don't completely understand what's being sung, or spoken actually. But yes, Sinfonia for 8 voices and orchestra.
When did your love for music start?
My love for music started probably by the time I was in elementary school.
Okay.
And there were certain records that I would listen to over and over and over and over. I didn't start playing music until I was 10 years old. I started on piano, later took up the bass, and started writing music also about that time.
Oh, great.
And never stopped.
Another question.
Okay.
Do you get synesthesia?
I do not have synesthesia. No,
Okay.
I don't. But I would love to experience it sometime.
Okay.
And by the way, for those out there, synesthesia is when a stimulus to one sense triggers another sense. Commonly, musicians talk about hearing different colors associated with different notes. So one note might be purple, one note may be red, one might be green, one might be puce.
Who's the main character in Tosca?
Well, the main character in Tosca is Tosca.
Very good. What year was Beethoven born?
Beethoven was born in 1770. December 16th.
I guess everybody.
Okay.
should know that.
Ask me a hard one.
How many symphonies did he write?
Oh, how many did he write? 9. Okay, which also happens to be the German word for no.
9.
So you just asked me how many symphonies, and I said no.
9. You said no.
I said no. Most underrated composer. Oh, golly, that's a rough one.
Underrated, we don't even know about it, right?
Yeah. Well, let's say not necessarily underrated within people who know music, but sort of underappreciated generally. I'm going to surprise you with this. I would say Joseph Haydn, because Haydn is sort of submerged for many behind Mozart. But the fact is that when you really get to know Haydn, you realize what a musical mind he had.
If you could have one track to play for the rest of your life that you could only listen to, just that one track for the rest of your life, what track would it be?
Stravinsky's Firebird.
Really? Stravinsky's Firebird, why?
Well, number 1 is my favorite composer.
Yes.
Number 2, there's so much variety within it, because you've got the things that connect to his past and the musical past.
Yes.
You've got indications of things to come, and it's just beautifully orchestrated.